All right, welcome to lesson 0.1b, staying organized. Make sure you have your notes. If you don't have them, remember, go to that back table, find the folder that says 0.1b. It might also say staying organized, but you should at least see 0.1.b. Make sure you have those notes. All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about due dates, keeping track of your work, all those kind of things, okay? So due dates. Due dates are guidelines to keep you on pace and organized. All lessons and assessments must be completed by the end of the unit. Remember, you're writing down what's in red. Pause the video to write down what's in red, and then press play to go to the next slide. All right, so cool. We know what due dates are. We know we have them, but how do we know when things are due? Well, there's two places you can find them. One is on a checklist. You can see you have the name of the lessons here, and you have all of the due dates of when they're due. And you can use Canvas. So on the modules, you'll be able to see under the assignments the due dates. You can see here, we got 1.2a. It's due on July 26th. Same thing over here. 1.2a notes due July 26th. 1.2 sorting assignment due July 6th. And then the mastery check also due July 26th. So all of these things here are due on July 26th. And then you can see the same thing for 1.2b, due July 27th. And you can see all the assignments that are due on July 27th. All right, so remember, you got to write down what's in red. So pause the video to write what's in red here. All right, so how will you keep track of which ones you've completed and which lesson you're on? So first, there is a public pacing tracker that will let you know if you're on pace and which lesson you're on. So, for example, the student named Khalik, he's behind pace, and you can see which lesson he's on, 0.1. And let's see, Naraya, she's on pace. She's working on lesson 0.3. And then Christina down here is ahead of pace, and she's working on the review. So go ahead and pause the video and write down what's in red. All right, so the other way that you can keep track of which lesson you're on is your personal checklist. So this is for all of lesson 1.2. You can see all the activities and when they're due. Let me move this so you can see the level up. Okay. So this personal checklist will allow you to keep track of the activities and lesson completion. So go ahead and pause the video and write down what's in red. All right, so lesson expectations. You probably saw on this previous slide, you can see these are things are required, this is recommended, and this is level up. We talked about those in the last video. So how do you know if you should do the recommended and level up? So remember, required are the ones you have to do all of them. Recommended, these are highly recommended, but you can skip them if you're behind. And then the level up are the ones that makes you go deeper and develop your skills more. So how do you know if you go to the next one? Well, if you finish with all of your required lessons and you're ahead of pace, then you can move on to the recommended lessons. All right. And then if you're finished with your required, your recommended, and you're ahead of pace, then you can move on to the level up assignments. All right, go ahead and pause the video and write down what's in red. All right, that's it for this instructional video. Go ahead and move on to your practice activity that goes along with this lesson.